Howdy doody. This little James Franco situation has me so inspired to kind of talk and share. So we're gonna have a little story time about spiritual awakening, gang stalking, and what happens when you become a targeted individual. Okay, so one of the ways that they are going to try to discredit you as a truth teller, truth seeker, is via humiliation rituals, embarrassment, via shame cycles, slander, and things like that, smear campaigns. Okay, so if they don't have anything on you, they're going to dig to try to find it. If they can't find it, they're going to invent it and then use that to bring you down. Okay, next, discrediting your appearance, your mentality, and then they're going to use those things kind of like exhibits. Oh, look at his shirt. There's holes. He looks unwell. They're going to use assumptions about your appearance and weaponize that. Then they're going to further that by saying, well, you're crazy, and send people in to either enforce that narrative or intervention, but with an agenda. So they come in and they're like, hey, we're so concerned about you. That's another humiliation ritual. That's them admitting that, like, you look terrible and everyone knows. So what's going on? Tell us about it. They then use that information and then weaponize it against you again. By doing all of these things, they minimize your story, they downplay you, they discredit you, and they take away your strength and ability to speak your truth, to feel comfortable, and to feel sovereign in your own being. You start to second guess yourself, your own intuition, X, Y, and Z. I've seen these things in the real world play out with real people, which is why I know what's going on here. I speak on this because I have experience with this. I'm not smiling because it's a pleasant experience. I'm smiling because it's an important experience. When people speak out and say things that are peculiar, unwell, that are shocking, it is not always a cry for attention, not always something that is performative. Sometimes that is the most authentic thing there is. The more the people that still want to play in the realm of the inverted matrix comply with their conditioned programming, come against you, the harder it is for people to speak out. They get pushback and mockery, insults, degrading comments, things like that. And the more people like this, James Franco, speak up and speak out, he's not the first celebrity to speak out about being a targeted individual, the more the regular people are going to be believed. By continuing through the pushback, by continuing through the fear, through the paranoia, you will break through into empowerment. You will. The resilience is the lesson. A lot of people that are in these situations get consumed by the fear of it. They get consumed with the paranoia of it. And once you start taking that corkscrew spiral down, it's really freaking hard to pick yourself back up. It's really hard to stop the spiral and reverse Uno it. You understand what I'm saying? There will be a point where you can stop, put that thing down, flip it, and reverse it. And suddenly it's not so scary. Suddenly it's a satire. Suddenly it's funny. If you stay in that mindset, that mentality, you can kind of process it under a different lens that helps you cope, stay sane, remain sovereign, and get the F out. It's not gonna be like that forever. It's not. But it will be like that if you want it to be. And I know that you don't want it to be like that because you're not a victim, no matter what anyone has told you. You are not a crybaby. You're not a loser. You're not a maniac. You're not psychotic. You're not in a state of psychosis, kid. You no longer want to participate in a false reality. Once you see past the curtain, you can't unsee that, like, this big giant Oz wizard man is really just a con artist salesman. You can't. There are some people that look past that curtain and their ego cannot handle the shattering of that illusion. So rather than doing what we do and looking back there and being like, well, that's fucked up, it was just Jerry this whole time, silly goose, that's terrible, they put the curtain back and then convince the rest of the town that, no, I met him, he's real, he's this real big deal. In fact, other wizards study him, they want to be him. There are people that can unsee what they saw. But that's not us. Tell your story. Know that you're credible, no matter what anyone has to say. Stay safe. You're doing amazing. I'm very, very proud of you for learning how to unfuck yourself and get up out of this mud. That is something that not a lot of people can do. Let's be honest, a majority of people would have quit the first time that they stepped in that puddle of mud. The first time that they got pig shit on their shoe, they would have tapped out, rage quit, that's it. But not you. You looked down and said, that sure does suck, scraped it off, and kept kicking ass in life. And if we're being honest, if I was the other guys, I would be afraid of you too. I would. So stay safe, stay protected, and know that your peace of mind is the greatest treasure that you can keep with you. Anything that's not good, it's not God, cancel it out. It's not your thoughts. If you have any fans out there, if you have a little audience that you didn't ask for, start taking a bow. Bestie, what? You're getting flowers every single day. And if you feel uncomfortable in that energy, understandable, it's weird. Alchemize that shit. Again, put that thing down, flip it and reverse it. You're in charge of it. Wash it up and send back whatever's not aligned. Take that power up and return to sender the intentions, the entities, the attachments. Hoobly joobly. I know times are tough. I know shit is weird, but it doesn't have to be. And I know it's really hard to unfunk yourself once you get down there. You can do it. Big Sean, last night I took an L, but tonight I bounce back. You can too. Your little spiritual bouncing ball, if you forgot. This is your PSA. So, love you. Stay safe.